Christmas Day, it was just a magic day.
Since I knew it was going to be, it's going to be big because there was a 28-foot buoy reading. So they're guaranteed to be 30-footers or bigger. And we'll just make it out of the harbor and we'll go up the coast. So then we went up the coast. Point to point was fucking 20 to 30 feet, but just not right direction.
It wasn't a pretty day or anything. It was like rainy and windy. The wind was shift around like over and over. And
Himalayas was 20 to 30 feet.
from there, we drove all the way to Logs, passing to Waimea, and then
just before the daylight, we were there. We jumped in the water, and I saw so many huge waves, so many wipeouts. The bay was closing out almost every set. I think every 3 sets, 1 set closed out the bay, or almost closed out the bay. So it was hard. It was hard to get out, to paddle out, if not get caught in the middle of the bay. It's a hard thing to happen, but sometimes it happens when it's very deep.
so we passed through Waimea and we got to Log Cabins.
Log Cabins is definitely a big wave. Definitely a big wave. Christmas Day.
Callie and Garrett, they were paddling, and Garrett scored a 30-footer, the biggest wave I ever seen anybody paddle for it. And
So massive, I thought that he wouldn't catch the wave, and he just kept paddling, and then he stood up and
I tried to paddle into about 8 or 10 different sets of sets, about 20-30 waves I tried to paddle for, and I couldn't catch anything. It was too hard, too big, too open, too much of an open field, too much of a big open playing field to get in the right spot. And then when I was in the right spot a few times, I got scared and didn't go. It was too big. Finally, right at the end, when I was going to give up, a perfect one came to me, one of the bigger ones, and paddling, and finally started coming down, stood up and thought I was coming down perfect. All of a sudden I'm back up at the top, coming back down again, going over a bump, and then all the way to the bottom, and I'm trying to turn, and it just, I got a little bit of a turn and it just rolled me over, and I got really pounded. I came up real dizzy. Kaylee wasn't there. I'm like, where are you? And then he finally came in and got me after the second wave, and it felt like the biggest wave I've ever paddled into. It's hard to tell, but it definitely felt like the biggest wave I've ever caught.
We went up to backyards. It was closing out. It was still beautiful, and I didn't want to go for it because it's a pain in the ass when you lose your board, and it's closing out, and I almost died there twice, so I had the experience is enough. But he was pushing it, so I grabbed the camera. He forced me to do it. He wanted to go for it. He did it, and he got probably the biggest wave I ever seen in backyards. Closed on him. I got it on tape. He's got the spirit. He really won that wave, and it was nice.
The logs was just coming out the back 30 feet. You can go out to like outside pipeline that you can get deeper if you want, and everyone was challenging that area, like Kaylee and Garrett coming off the back. That was definitely the bomb.
We surfed a lot of log cabins this year, but pretty much nobody out. A few times my buddy Tiago showed up, and I think he got the biggest wave of the day. He got one of the biggest waves of the year one day, and I think it was giant. I didn't see him ride it, but I saw the pictures after. I don't know where that wave came from, and lucky we didn't see it, because if he did, Tiago might not have got him. But it was awesome to see Tiago on that wave.
Down the beach, the Himalayas, and it was 20 feet, 20 to 25, and round and perfect.
Bye.